2023, be ready to participate in politics. Ambode tells youths.
Now, the rumor that we heard is gathering momentum. There was a rumor 4 years ago that Akinwunmi Ambode, the former governor then, was likely to join the PDP. Some people goaded him. They were trying to goad him. Let me say point blank here, I was even approached by some person and I said, "You are being unfair to this gentleman." That's what I said then. I said, "You are being unfair to him." First of all, his political history is not well known. Secondly, the controversy, part of which he created by the famous statement, "We know what we know," and subsequent things that happen, make it that just leave this man to go home and rest and dust his books and maybe go become a lecturer in the university. But here we are now. Apparently, they have been unrelenting, and it appears that he might be getting himself ready for politics. It says, Ambode urged youth in the country to ensure they have get their PVCs ready for the polls. Now, the story goes on to say, breaking his silence in a rare development, Ambode, in a short message from his Twitter handle and Facebook pages, thanked residents for the support he received during his time in office. He is thanking them for something they did 4 years ago. I don't understand where this is coming from. This thanks whatever. 4 years ago when they supported is when I thought it was more relevant. But he's now calling on the youth not to take ownership of PVCs for granted. I think Ambode is coming back into politics. It is within his rights, and who knows? You don't become Lagos State government. Even if you've been there for just 4 months, even 4 days, you will gather some kind of following. So what it means is this: either Ambode is going to contest, or whoever wants to contest has to take him into reckoning. But talking seriously, Ambode doesn't look to me like the person who can find his way through politics. It's not to, I can't. So it's not to bring him down.
Like, it's, wait. Let's break it down. Like it's too honest or what?
No, it's not. Is it because I say I can and I'm honest that every other person who can is be honest? No. He's just not cut out for it. In all honesty. Some people are goading him and pushing him, and the reason is very, very clear. If you want to make a big buck in politics, one of the kind of persons you can meet is this gentleman, because of the perception. That's not what it is. That, having been governor for 4 years, he will have a war chest that he can put to good use. I would advise him, if some of those who approached me earlier on 4 years ago, they are listening now. This man has started again. Go look for some other enterprise that you want to do and leave this man alone. In all honesty, that is my honest advice. Is my opinion. If you were to ask me, how do you feel? I say, politics is not for you. It's not. You don't know. He doesn't exhibit someone who knows the rudiments, and it's been good at because. Look at that statement, "We know what we know." Who would have said that kind of thing? A line of what you say at any time can reflect the kind of character that you have. It was a careless statement.
While you were reading that story and you mentioned "We know what we know."
Yes.
I reflected back to his infamous press conference.
Yes.
Where he said so many things.
Yes.
And I was like, guy. I mean, right here, now, I was like, you shouldn't have said all those things.
He should have said all those things. He was goaded. We know those who goaded him. Those who goaded him have abandoned him. They created the problem for me. To put it almost bluntly, I suspect that some top members of the media had a hand in goading him into doing all that. And they must have made the Mickey out of him. Let him learn. For him, he is not cut for, and I maintain it. He is not cut for politics. Even before when he was still the candidate in APC, I had a meeting with him and I told him certain things. He's not cut for it. There's something I'm not cut for it. If I go to politics, they knock me out sharp. So I'm not bringing him down. I'm not saying that he's not sharp. You could be the sharpest guy, have the sharpest minds, but sometimes they are not caught for certain things. But then it's up to him.
Someone said here on YouTube, Alfred, that Ambode is technically the best governor of Lagos since 1999.
Yeah, I mean, that's his opinion. I don't think so. I would never rate Ambode above Fashola, never. But I also know that it depends on. It was just yesterday I was also thinking that politics, determining who you are going to vote for, is about how those government policies have affected you as a person.
That's right.
It's not about telling you that some 300 miles away the government built one dam, or at the Maiduguri borderland. You will always want to vote according to how you have been affected. It is not to say that Ambode didn't try. He did. He overdid certain things. I don't agree with that gargantuan mess that we have in Oshodi, for example. Nobody does that. You don't do things like that. In a country like ours, you need to keep things very simple. You understand? Not showing and want to. Lagos can never be a Dubai. But Lagos can be built on its own culture to be a nice place to, for tourists. So many ideas, that I didn't agree with, but that's neither here nor there. But my advice to him, in all honesty,